What are some of the main concerns in your clients running their business?
I think without a doubt it has to be to do with superannuation, the constant changes in super and the fact that people will put money in and they don't really know when they can get the money out. They don't really know what sort of tax implications are going to be on it when they do get it out. I think governments need to realise that if you want people to invest in their financial future, you need to keep the rules the same constantly. Otherwise, no one knows what the rules are and they lose trust in it.
Which sector of the economy do you operate in, and what are your main issues?
I'm interested in the small business sector, and in particular I'm interested in policies that focus on gender equality. And I believe, given the amount of women who are engaged in the Australian workforce in the small business sector, I think it's important that the policy supports small business to ensure it's global best practice, and that everyone, all the stakeholders, are addressed in those policies.
Excellent.
And that would include sole traders, employers and employees. And I think that makes it for gender equality and also, as I said, one of the best practices for small business in the globe.
Do you expect business conditions to get better or worse, and why?
Well, Tony, even just 3 hours ago, I was reading some of the latest release on that. It looks like probably the next few months are still going to be pretty tough on small businesses. Probably it will take us a bit longer for the conditions to improve. So I wouldn't expect improvements very soon, but hopefully in about 12 months' time or hopefully sooner than that, we'll see some improvements, but I can't see much improvement in the very short term, even though we have low interest rates and the latest cut rate and a slightly lower dollar. I think it's still going to take a bit longer for conditions to improve.
Darin, what do you think the government's top priority should be in tomorrow night's budget?
I think the top priority has to actually be presenting a true and fair state of the economy, just so we know exactly how much of a deficit the economy is facing. We're hearing all sorts of numbers at the moment. It was 12 billion, it was 17 billion. We don't actually have an accurate picture, and I think that's probably the most important. I'd say the second most important thing would be to not tamper with super anymore, because it really is eroding people's confidence out there, and I think that's counterproductive for the system.
Thanks, Darin. What are some of the main concerns for your clients running a business, Mike?
I have mainly small business clients. At the moment, I think it's a variety of things. There's pressure on around how they move forward, IT change and counter or web selling, how they finance. They're very dedicated people, small business people, and I think singularly they're a bit concerned about the way the Parliament's been conducting itself over the last couple of terms. So I think the parliamentarians, both sides, need to take a look at that, because it's not reflecting well out there to people that spend their dollars for the tax system and are happy to do that, but they don't want to see their money wasted.